Hey everyone, Scott here, York Region Eats, and we are talking today to Jacquie and Alexandra of Cafe Alexandra in Aurora. So thanks, ladies, for joining us. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's been awesome. We've been following your journey over the past almost a year now, building up in Aurora and just delivering an awesome experience and just really healthy, really farm to table type of meals and gluten-free stuff, vegan stuff that people can really enjoy. And there's not a lot of options in your region for that sort of thing. So it's great to see you providing that as well. And so that's why I was really excited to have you both on, especially Jacquie, to find out more about the story. But let's dive right into it. I'm really curious. What are your most popular items?
So the first most popular item is definitely our number one seller is the Avo Turkey Swiss, and we've got a picture of it here.
Yeah.
Turn it around a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So that's our panini.
Nice.
Yes, very tasty. Yeah, it flies off the shelves.
I bet. I had a chance to try myself, and it was quite tasty, I have to say. Can you just tell us what you told me about how you make the bacon? I think it was with syrup and that sort of thing or something like that.
So we buy our bacon from Farmer Don up on the Second Concession Road, a farmer just in the area. I like to support local, as we all do. And so we take his bacon and we take also the maple syrup he provides us as well. And we pour that on there and then we bake the bacon so it has a nice maple flavor.
Yeah, it's really good. All the ingredients are really good, but that was a little thing that you mentioned to me when I picked it up, and I was like, oh, I just want to reiterate that because that was a really cool little tidbit about it too. So, and then I'm also curious, is there any items on the menu that you guys feel like is like a sleeper? Like people don't order it that often, but they really should give it a shot.
Yeah. We've got, this is a double whammy. So this is a sleeper as well as Alexandra's favorite.
Okay.
It's not on the menu, but it's a seasonal one. And it's the fall apple and walnut and feta salad.
Oh, nice.
And it's got spinach and arugula and also some microgreens on top. And it's got a little bit of maple syrup just to kick it up a notch. It's lovely. It's very nice.
Yeah, that sounds really good. It sounds like a really tasty. I know apples and walnuts and even the syrup mixed together. That's a really nice combination. So So if that's her personal favorite, what's your personal favorite?
So my personal favorite is the Asian chicken chia, but I'm vegetarian, so I put more sriracha tofu on it.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you notice the difference? Well, I guess you haven't tried the chicken, but Alexandra, do you notice the difference between the two? Like, do you have a favorite between the two, the tofu versus the chicken?
I'm vegetarian as well.
Oh, you are? So you're gonna, okay, never mind then. Okay.
The tofu does taste like chicken.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, quite a lot.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Very nice. That sounds really, really good. And that sort of leads us into the other thing that I was curious about is just talking about your food and drinks. Like you mentioned, you get the bacon from the farmer down the road, and just why is that important? And just if you want to talk a little bit more about, I guess, food prep and where you source it from, because I think that's important to let people know about too.
Yeah, for sure. I shop in Nature's Emporium quite a bit, and I also go to, like I said, Farmer Don up the Second Concession Road, which is just north of Green Lane.
Okay.
So you just go up Bayview, and I get my bacon, my potatoes, my carrots, my maple syrup, all sorts of stuff. It's just really important. Farmers really need us, and they have really great quality foods, and I really wanted to bring that quality to the restaurant.
Yeah.
So when we prepared our dishes, that we were getting the freshest and the cleanest foods possible. And
nice.
we do cater to gluten-free as well. We don't carry white flours and white sugars in the restaurant. We use spelt flours. We use oat flour, rice flour, that sort of thing.
And then I would love for you to share about your like your hot drinks and your lattes and your you mentioned to me that you don't use syrup, so you use spices, and even for the pumpkin latte, it's definitely not a syrup. So if you want to talk a little bit about that was really interesting to me.
Sure. So this year we've decided to try the pumpkin latte, and what we do is we take the pumpkin, we cut it in half, and actually my husband does this. He cooks it, bakes it, and then we puree it. We take the pumpkin puree and we add the spices. So there's like cinnamon and nutmeg and that sort of thing. We sweeten it with maple syrup, and then 2 teaspoons of that little mixture goes into a 12-ounce glass, and then we just add the coffee, and then plant-based milk. We like to use oat because it's nice and hearty and good for your body and your skin. And And yeah, so that's what, and with the hot chocolate, my husband also makes that as well.
Yes.
It takes him about an hour to make. It's done with real dark chocolate. He grates the bars and then he adds his own secret recipe. And I like to call it Christmas in a cup. It's really, really nice.
It sounds very good. You told me about that when I stopped by, and ever since I told my wife, she's been just itching to come and try it, so she's very eager to try that as well. And I didn't even realize, I knew the pumpkin puree part of it, but I didn't actually realize you made the actual puree part of it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's pretty awesome too. So
Yeah.
wow, okay, that's kind of blowing my mind right now. Okay. Okay, so that's the awesome part. That's what I think it makes you guys really unique, is you really go that extra mile to make the really healthy ingredients, and even like for the drinks and that sort of thing, where you don't have to, but you do. So I think that's really, it's remarkable, right? Especially in this day and age too. So and that actually makes me really curious then, how did Café Alexandra, how did it come to be? Like, what, I know you're coming up on your year anniversary, but what made you start it? Like, what was the impetus type of thing?
Yeah. So I worked for the restaurant industry for 13 years. And then after that, I got into IT, which led me into working at the Bank of Montreal for 13 years, again, in IT. And then we came to a crossroads where a lot of us got laid off, I being one of them. And I decided that I didn't want to go back to the corporate life, but it gave me a lot of knowledge being there. So I kind of took that knowledge and asked myself what I wanted to do. And so I thought I combined all like the elegance, the food, the quality, the farm that I grew up on when I was younger as well, and just kind of develop a place that would please all five senses of our customers. So you've got the taste of the food, the sight of the atmosphere inside the cafe, the chandeliers, the artwork, and then you've got the smells, of course, the cooking bacon, the cooking muffins, and yeah. So I kind of wanted to create the whole package as an experience for the customer rather than just picking the food or the coffee or.
Yeah, and as far as the feedback goes, from what I understand, it's been quite the success as far as stimulating all those senses and that sort of thing.
Yes, it's been going well.
Very good to hear. Very good to hear. And visiting, I did notice that there is a certain theme in the cafe. So, what was inspiration for the theme as far as the interior design and that sort of thing?
Again, I wanted to create like an elegance. I come from a ballet background. My daughter is currently studying ballet. So we wanted to create just a very peaceful environment, very comforting, and the music in the background as well. Yeah, just elegant and making people, when they walk in, that they feel special. And I did this for them so that they can have a really great experience.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome to hear. Like, that's the nice thing. I know with COVID lockdown is not the same, but before that, it seemed like you guys, just people come hang out, have a good time. It was a great place for, people to come and just enjoy being with each other type of thing. And so it was good to see that people actually enjoying themselves and enjoying your space that way. Right. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, it was really great to see. And speaking of COVID lockdown, just so everyone knows, what is the best way to order from you guys?
So we're available on Uber Eats, Skip, and DoorDash.
Okay.
But if they can call, that'd be great. That way,
sure.
all the commissions and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely can call. You can email us at cafe.alexandra@cafealexandra.ca.
Okay.
I'm also very heavily visible on Instagram, so you can send me a text through that as well, at Facebook, on my Messenger. Yeah, many ways.
Okay. Sounds good. And I've got most of the information up in the description of this video, but I will be adding the phone number as well. So if anyone's watching this later on, they can check all that stuff out, and it'll be right in the description for you to grab the phone number, grab the website, whatever you need to do to order from them directly. Ideally, I know sometimes we feel lazy and we want to order from through the apps, but if you can, make the effort to do takeout and actually come pick it up. And I promise you, just visiting will be a nice trip out of the house if you're working from home, especially. So always nice to do that sometimes when you work from home a lot. And then as far as social, how can people follow you on social?
So our largest social following is on Instagram, and both my daughter and I just wanted to give a shout out really quickly. We just surpassed 1,000. So
whoa, okay, congrats.
Thank you for helping us get to that number.
That's awesome.
It's cafe.alexandra. Thank you. And then for Facebook, it's just Café Alexandra.
Okay. Okay, cool. And again, both those links will be in the description. So if you're watching on Facebook, you'll be able to see both the handles. And then if you're watching on Instagram later on, then you'll be able to, they'll be tagged in it anyway. So pretty easy to access and get their socials. So be really good that way. So that's pretty much it for today. Jacquie, Alexandra, I really appreciate you taking the time and sharing with us and letting us learn more about what Café Alexandra really is all about and the story behind it, and as well as just telling us more about what you guys have to offer. So thank you for taking the time.
Thank you, Scott.
Thanks, guys. All right. So everyone, keep an eye out for more interviews like this, and where we're featuring more local restaurants to help to bring more awareness to them, especially during this time. If you can, always try and support local, and definitely, if you can, order directly from them. So hope everyone has a good afternoon, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you.